That ugly money. That ugly money. Yeah. Say it's that ugly money.
This is the Ugly Money Podcast. It's about the process of success. Everything between your first dollar, your first million. That's ugly money.
Yes, I am your host, Ugly Money Nietzsche. This episode being brought to you by the Go Say Hello app, the #1 networking app in the country. You can find everything from a dog to a dentist. You can find everything from an MUA to a date. All you got to do is download the Go Say Hello app. It's the only app that actually lets you know who is actually in the building that you're in. So if you're out of town and you need something fine to pull up on you, download the Go Say Hello app today. That ugly money. Now, ladies and gentlemen, man, there's interviews and then there's just legendary moments. This person I have on my podcast today is a personal partner of mine. I've known him a very long time. And before I knew him, I heard of him. Augusta, Georgia's own, businessman, investor, artist, producer. Y'all show your love one time for B. Lee Brooks, man. That ugly money. You got so many names, we don't know which name to call you. Is it Buddy? Is it B. Lee? Is it Brooks? Is it
Love?
Don't say Brother Love. We don't want to be Brother Love.
Right.
Yeah.
They call a nigga Buddy Love.
Yeah, B Love. They got, there's a lot of crazy names out here for them.
Yeah, man. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from before music even became a thing. Who was B. Lee before B. Lee became B. Lee Brooks that we know?
Oh man, B. Lee was a kid raised by his parents and grandparents, full of life, loved all the fundamentals of school, very athletic. I was academically inclined also, so
Respect.
that's what I was as a youngster.
Now, which high school did you graduate from?
I started at Josie,
Okay.
ended up with Laney.
Oh wow, you got
So the Wildcats.
you got both of them. Now see,
Yeah, I got
for
the
those
best of
people
both.
that don't know what he's talking about, it's a place in the world called Augusta, Georgia, 706. It's right south of South Carolina, about 2 hours, east of Atlanta, and it's the second largest city in Georgia. It's a place that I spend a lot of time, and I really learned how to hustle in Augusta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but before we get to all that, let's talk about Laney and Josie, because that is like,
That's the biggest rival in the city.
yeah, it's big. It's like, it's like, if I had to say it, it's like the Boston Celtics versus the Lakers. It's that big of a rivalry.
Every year. And Lucy Laney still holds the title for the largest homecoming. Had to put that on the record. Oh, the alumni is crazy.
Yeah, like the high school games look like college games out there. Like you go to a Laney Josie game or a Laney high school like homecoming, they're packing out the stadium like it's,
Yeah.
Auburn.
Every season, every football season.
Where did that rivalry stem from between Laney and Josie?
Man, I don't know. I just, listened to the rumors over the years from the elders. They said it was like that, I guess because back then it wasn't a total of 8, 9 high schools like the city has now.
Right.
So it was limited, so you had to be a rival to whoever was close. So I feel like that's how it evolved into the, it's a positive rivalry.
For sure.
Every year. Non-violent, they lit though.
No, for sure. They definitely. I can remember a time when I was working at Power 107 on the radio out there, and Laney had me announce their band during the Laney versus Josie football game, and let's just say we got in trouble because they said, "Look, we gonna act like we getting off the field, then we gonna get back on the field and you go crazy."
Oh, that was a setup, right?
Yeah. So I said, okay. So Laney walked off the field, right? So Josie about to walk on the field, and Laney get the blowing. Like, yo, I was like, ugly money. Yeah, They petty.
Yeah. I mean, man.
But I love the fact that the whole community gets involved and the whole city gets involved when it comes to Laney and Josie.
Yeah, they do. But for the record, Josie has the better band.
Okay.
In my lifetime.
Shots out.
Shots out to the, the Eagles. They band crazy with it. They've been all over the world performing for, high authorities.
Now, as far as football is concerned, about this Laney versus Josie rivalry, who has the majority of the wins?
I still think it's Laney, but recently it's been more Laney for the last couple of years. But I think, Josie held it down for like 10 or 12 years. Yep. So it's been ugly.
It go back and forth.
Yeah, it go back and forth.
It's really the Celtics and the Lakers, y'all. I know.
That ugly money.
So let's move forward. When did you first pick up a microphone?
First picked up a microphone, I may have been probably 18.
Oh, you started late.
I started real late. But some of my younger homies was already on it. So I was inspired by my homie, Damiano. He was already recording. I had no idea how to use a mixing board, beat machine, or anything. So, from the Triton touchscreen to
I remember that Triton.
Beat. Yeah. So he gave me lessons on it every day until I got creative enough to really rock out with it.
Now, when did it become a situation where you felt like, okay, this is something I really want to pursue. This is something that, when did you know that you was good at it?
I recognized I was good at it probably, man, it took me years. I'm still skeptical about being good at it.
Shut up, man.
Oh, for real, man.
Over here being humble on the podcast.
I mean, seriously, it's hard to know that you're good at it unless you hear it a lot. You can tell yourself you're good at it. Sometimes I had a Kanye influence, get the big head, yeah, this is my shit, and I know, I'm nice like that, but still, I still remain humble. But I think I feel that I was good at it when I was around maybe 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, elephant in the room. There has been a long history, and I got to break it all the way down so my viewers can understand. I never forget, I was doing a party in Augusta.
Right.
I was at Club Soundtrack, the legendary Club Soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm not from them. I'm coming in. I tell the DJ, yo, play Pastor Troy, vice versa.
Cool.
Because where I was from, we liked it. DJ looked at me. You sure? I said, yeah, we like that song up top. You know what I'm saying? They play that.
Yeah, I like the song too.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Right? I don't know nothing, right? So I'm like, yeah, play it. That's my shit. He plays it. Before Pastor Troy could get to the first, yeah, a nigga was at that DJ booth. Cut that shit off. On God. Nope. Strike me dead. DJ Sellers was the DJ.
Man, I don't know who that was. I ain't seen him though.
Yeah, this was I think you was on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it immediately garnered a conversation after the night. I was like, yo, what was that? They was like, nah, bro, we really don't play Pastor Troy out here. I said, I thought he was from here. They say, yeah, man, it's just a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So then I asked again. I asked somebody else from the city. I said, hey, bro, what's the situation with Pastor Troy? Why don't we rock with Pastor Troy? It's just a lot.
Another indirect answer, huh?
Nobody ever gave me a direct answer, right?
Right.
But it was an unwritten rule throughout the whole city that you don't play this nigga shit.
Especially in the rural areas, probably.
It was big.
Yeah.
And so it always sparked my interest to know the story behind it. Like, why it seemed like, why did Augusta hate Pastor Troy with such
disdain?
Yes. It was deep. It was deep-seated.
The disdain, I can give you the genesis of it.
Well, let's start from the beginning. When did y'all first meet?
We first met, I think it was maybe 98. And we was in the parking lot, and Eric pulled up, which is he's better known as Red Mouth.
Shouts out Red Mouth.
Yeah. So he pulled up and said he had this guy that's really nice on the mic studio, whatever,
Right.
introduced to us. So I said, cool. So they pulled up. They played I think they played a couple of beats or something that we liked, and I was like, that shit's hot. He sound like, you know what I mean? He can take it there. And, shortly after that, we was recording. That's how I met Big Tunes, the engineer, the producer. He had a shout out to Big Tune. He had a studio out on Peach Orchard called Studio South.
Okay.
And he recorded most of the stuff there until he finalized the move to his crib where he had a studio design in the back. So, after the first album, everything was good.
This is a DSGB album.
Right. Yeah, it's the I Declare War album.
Okay,
the very first one.
so what I'm trying to figure out is, were y'all a group or was everybody kind of their own solo artist at the time?
It wasn't. We wasn't really a group like we be together daily.
Right.
But the name DSGB was originated by one of my closest homeboys, Charlie B. Buck Brown.
Long live.
Yeah, he originated the name DSGB.
So the actual DSGB was a Charlie Brown term.
Yeah. Wow. He created it. He wrote songs. He actually wrote the first DSGB album. Big Tunes has a copy of it now on ADAP, still at the studio to this day. So we got receipts. But it started like that. So Troy, he liked the moniker of DSGB. It sounded good to him.
For sure.
And being that Eric Redmouth was helped producing the first DSGB before Troy, he let them incorporate. He allowed Troy to incorporate the name into his music.
So if I had to understand this, basically DSGB was already something that was already formed.
Yeah, it was already formed.
There was already music out. It was already going.
Well, not out, but underground and
right.
In the slum. It was like. It was Shifty 250 and Charlie B. That was the original.
Shifty,
yeah, it was only two groups, the original DSGB, Shifty 250 and Charlie B.
And so Pastor Troy comes, well, at that time he's Micah Troy.
Yeah, Michael Troy.
Comes down to Payne College.
Yeah.
And starts going to school there.
Yeah, I think he was taking fine arts or something like that at Payne. I forgot which subject was. And that's how he became to meet Eric. And Eric introduced him to us. I guess he wanted to take him to the most lit spot in the city, like the hood that really gonna ride and get behind something. He know we was gonna stand on business. Even at the age we was, he was like, if y'all with him, the movement will start.
For sure.
And history was made for real.
No, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely sparked the movement.
All right, so well, that's interesting because DSGB was something that got heard around the world, and
correct.
We all assumed that it was Pastor Troy,
but in other words, I would say like this: it was hidden notes that you could understand if you listen to Troy rap when he say DSGB my clique, then he say all the money that we can get. So he was telling you,
right? He
had a clique called DSGB right then on No More Play. You know what I mean? It was several songs on the I Declare War album that he would let you know that it was different.
For sure,
it was DSGB and it was him. So people didn't read between the lines. So after the breakup or the whatever we had going on.
Let's not go too far. Let's go. I Declare War.
Yeah, first CD.
So the song We Ready. That was recorded at Tunes or somewhere else?
That's Big Tunes. Troy, produced most of the beat.
Right.
Big Tunes, I think he played maybe one instrument on the beat, but Troy actually produced the beat off the beat machine.
Right.
Single-handedly. So, yeah, he did that. But the song was written well, and we all participated on the hook, which is a chant.
So that chant was y'all?
Yeah, that's everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like 5-6 people in the booth screaming, "Re-ready, it's on down here, help me, Ron." Any song that you heard with a chant, it was like 3 or 4 people in the booth chanting it.
Now, what up? So you have a brand, you have a business, and you want to get the word out. In the last 90 days, we did over 30 million views on YouTube, over 50 million views on social media sites. Promote your business on the Ugly Money Podcast. Let me help you turn your business up. Make sure you text the number right here below. We'll schedule a call, and let's get it popping. Let's get it moving. Let's get that brand and that business out of here. Yeah. you can be an official sponsor of the Ugly Money Podcast. And China just left. See y'all in a minute. Text us. The part about Master P and the phone call and we looking for P, like how did that situation come about on that record? Because here y'all are, some brothers in Augusta,
Right.
and y'all want to go at the biggest name in hip hop at the time.
Right. Yeah, we was fearless.
Some big balls.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, we from that 1700 block of 12, so
Yeah.
it was like when Troy felt like when he had some people behind him that was really lived what Master P rapped about. You know what I mean? Not to say that we, no goblins out here, you know what I mean, on a daily basis, but we did stand on business when it came to being whatever we needed to be at that moment.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, so Troy was like, okay, I got these kind of dudes, I can really pop my shit. You know what I mean? Because I know we at the show 30 deep. These guys, they going to go all the way to the holding cell about this shit. So he understood that shit. So, Master P came into the concert in Augusta. So after the show, it was at Augusta State College. So after the show, he was pulling out the back, in the little limo. And he rolled the window down, and Troy handed him a CD. And then before he rolled out, he threw the shit back out the window.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at Augusta State College. We remember that night like it was yesterday.
You can't do that in the AUG, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, when he first grabbed the CD, we was like, okay, P got the CD. And then, he pulled up in the parking lot a little bit more. Like, we can't tell if he threw it out or somebody else in there with him threw it out. We never knew to this day. But as he pulled up like 2 or 3 cars up further, we hit a joint. Like, damn. So, you know what I mean? Niggas like, fuck it. We go back to the block. And then we had no idea that Troy was going to do that. That was one of his ideas on his own.
Okay.
Yeah, he came up with that idea, but I was like, shit, we're going to run with it, bro.
Well, I would imagine he knew he was protected.
Yeah, I mean, in our city, he definitely protected. Nobody want to be able to come to Augusta and like turn up and just run somebody off the block type.
Right.
Nah, you know what I mean? Like, if we go to New Orleans, we knew that we was on their grounds.
Yeah.
Either way it went, if it would have had to went that far. But I don't doubt if it wasn't going to ever get that far because it was just like some musical shit.
For sure.
And Troy, he a nice guy, so it wasn't no tough guy violent shit, really. It's just something to spark controversy.
It definitely did that.
Yeah.
It definitely did that because I can just remember hearing that as a high school kid and thinking like, because Master P was so big at the time.
Yeah, he was huge.
He was a monolith of, you know what I mean. And here it is.
Yeah, he inspired us. We liked him. So that's what made it fun. Like, we like him, so we're gonna see if he bite on this, and maybe want to come sign.
Right.
Maybe want to see if these guys really live what they rapping about like we do. Anything just to get them closer.
Yeah.
And get a face up with them. But it didn't work.
He definitely got his attention though.
Right. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Do you ever think that during that time period when that record starts to move, that things could go left?
Nah, I was thinking like, I'm an optimist. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Most of the time. So I was thinking that this was like the moment of truth. Like, we really know how to rap. We really know how to perform. We got good music. The streets love it. I was like, all we got to do is drop some slap every year for the next 5-6 years.
Hey.
And make investments. And this shit's going to take us where we need to go. So that's what I was thinking. I never thought there would be a turmoil within the group.
Did Master P ever respond unofficially or officially?
Never. He a man of his word. Master P never said nothing. He ain't said nothing about it on no records, no interviews. I haven't heard nothing. But C Murder did.
Talk about that C Murder situation.
What happened with C Murder, man?
Yeah, bro.
Man, it was a show they had, and Troy on the stage or whatever. C Murder pulled up with about 20 people with white T-shirts on. You know what I mean? And they put the press on him, but we wasn't with him.
Uh-oh.
So we hearing this. He did a show without us.
Okay.
That was like after we had dissolved. So we wasn't really together anymore when that happened. He didn't have any, you know what I mean, no protection.
Yeah.
He didn't have a tour bus full of, you know, guys that's on point and stuff like that. Yeah, he pushed up on him and checked him. So, you know, I think that humbled him because they let him know, like, bro, you rap, but the street shit is a little bit different.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
We Ready comes out. I Declare War drops. At this point in time, everything is cool.
Everything's good. We doing shows. Our first show was in Augusta, Georgia, at a club called Smitty's, little hole in the wall spot.
Okay.
That was our first show. I think our second show was at a club in Atlanta called First Base.
Already.
Our third show was, where was it? It was at the Hurricane in Columbia. We performed with Trick. I think it was Trick. It's a couple more people that day. Trick and Juicy J, some shit like that. So yeah, it popped off like it's supposed to pop off, and they put us on the big shows immediately. They didn't try to water us down with showcases and small shit. It was like, y'all on the show with Trick, y'all on the show with whoever, you know what I mean? Y'all on the show with Trina.
So y'all put this We Ready record out, and it starts taking.
Yeah, it took.
But at first it was big in the city.
Yeah. Everybody in the city was riding around, spray painting their cars, jumping out at red lights on the hood of the car. They was acting like it was homecoming every day just because of that one song.
That's a great feeling.
Yeah, it was. It was a great feeling.
Yeah, how does that? Yeah, because you know, how does that feel to have your hometown like behind you at that particular point in time?
Oh man, that shit felt perfect. It's like the whole city loved the movement. It wasn't no hatred. I mean, everybody that rapped was part of the movement. Anybody that was commercially inclined was trying to find out where we was at. They was trying to buy a jacket, a shirt, DSGB, whatever, apparel. It was like they was trying to be a part of the movement for real. It was a huge movement, and it propelled his career. It propelled his name. You know what I mean? It got him to where he at to this day. So it actually worked. For me to say it didn't work, I would be lying. You know what I mean? That movement actually put him on the pedestal that he deserved, because he was a good rapper.
For sure.
It's just not a good businessman.
We're going to get into it.
Yeah.
We're going to get into it. Okay, We Ready's out. The shows are starting to come. And at the time, they're booking Pastor Troy and DSGB.
Yeah.
Going here, there, everywhere. Things are finally taking off. The city of Augusta is supporting him, and as well as DSGB is in full support. Where does it go left?
It goes left after we did a show at the Garden Center. I know you may have heard of it in Augusta.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, so we do a show at the Garden Center. After the show, I think Gene Griffin was in the crowd.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he wanted to see Pastor Troy and DSGB. So after the show, we get an invite to a location in Atlanta to meet with him. So us being us, we was humble. We told him to just go ahead on his own and bring the good news back to us. Because, you know what I mean, we shouldn't have to follow nobody that we believe in and that we believe they're going to bring the money back to the table.
Right.
So he left, he came back, he said, Gene Griffin want to get me signed. And he said, I forgot what he said, like an M, something like that. I said, cool, we on. He was like, yeah, we on. It still was love. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It still was love. Lil Pete was with him. Peter Disciple, and you know, he brought the good news back. So we waiting on him. 2 months later, we don't hear nothing, but we see the videos popping off. You know what I mean? But we still in Augusta in Atlanta. So we like, I called him. The number was changed.
So wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so you perform in Augusta. He gets a deal while performing in Augusta.
Right.
Then goes back to no more paying college. He going back.
Yeah, no more paying college. He left Augusta. And
to Atlanta.
He came back like once. He came back when he first left, said something to me like, I'm going to call you when I get in Universal Studios and sign the deal.
Okay.
And which he did. He called me when he was, he said he was in Universal. I don't know to this day.
Right.
But that's where he said he was at. I said, shit. He said, I'm finna get ready to go in the room. And that's the last phone call I ever heard from him. Until like last year, the first time I really said something to him since then.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Goodness gracious. So he signed. Oh, okay. Hold on.
That ugly money.
Say never been before told, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm just making sure that everybody understands. Pastor Troy comes to Payne College, becomes a student. DSGB gets behind him.
Right.
Cranks out this record. It goes crazy to the point, and he's performed the moment that he's, facilitated to get signed. He's in Augusta. Immediately when he's about to get signed, goes back to Atlanta, calls you from while he's about to sign the deal, and you don't hear from him for 20 years.
Don't hear from him at all.
No.
Not a mention in no interviews. I've seen him on a lot of podcast interviews. He never mentioned me or the original DSGB members, not once. And I know that was purposely done. And I never heard a story about us nowhere. Only a few people actually know, like in Atlanta at the time, people that actually knew him personally, so they knew exactly what was going on. But other than that, he's been living in the guise of he is DSGB.
Wow.
Yeah, he even went to the extreme and made a song saying I am DSGB with the Goldberg sample. The pastor. Yeah, when he said I am DSGB.
Right.
See, I mean, it was like a taunt. So I was like, damn. It was crazy because we put a lot of money behind it, you know what I mean? Blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of promotion. We got the streets behind them.
Yeah, somebody had to put that bag up.
Yeah, and being that we was boogeyman at a young age, the streets respected us. You know what I mean? It was like,
sure.
We got the boogeyman from every hood to make their hood lit with the music. You know what I mean? It was an understanding. We going to get any guy that's the boogeyman, get him to make his whole hood play this shit. And that's what we did. We went to every hood, and anybody that was really about that life, we tap in with them. You know what I mean? We tear it off for them, and they promote the rest of the shit. You know what I mean? They make their whole hood turn up, and it worked like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all the respect. You know, the yes man gonna always respect the boogeyman.
For sure.
Especially in the street most of the time.
Yeah.
So it worked like that. You know what I mean? We had the whole city like. The music was good enough for you didn't need that no more. Once they heard it, they spread it the word of mouth. It was crazy.
Okay. All right. He signs the deal. Don't hear from him anymore. Does he come back and do like a turkey drive, a giveaway?
They say he tried to come back. This is when I first went on vacation. The mail room had so many letters from me telling me what went down.
Oh, I want. We're gonna do. Hold on, you're going too far. You're going too fast. Okay. I just want to make sure we understand.
Yeah.
He signs the deal. Nobody hear from him, but he does take Lil Pete with him.
Lil Pete stayed with him. No, we wanted Pete to stay with him because Pete actually came back. Pete gave me he came back. He pulled up and like, well, I got some bread. Troy broke bread with me or whatever. You know what I mean? He said I got a few bands. I think he said he had like 20 bands. I said, that's good, bro. Keep that. So he said, nah, I'm going to throw you something anyway. I think he threw me like 1,200 that day. Just something to play with. I was like, man, let's stay up there with Troy. When you get some good news, let us know when we can come record the DSGB. Because I felt like it was still.
You felt like it was still good?
Yeah, I feel like, okay, Troy got the money. Now it's time for us to sign. I mean, not sign, but record.
Right.
Because I feel like we didn't have to sign if he signed, if he was going to keep everything straight across the board.
Right.
I mean, we gave him, you ever heard of the word benefit of the doubt?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, we gave him that, man. I mean, the utmost respect we did. But he took advantage of it.
So, okay. It's crazy. See, now I never knew this. Now I'm getting to understand.
Right.
How much time goes by that you giving him the benefit of the doubt when you still thinking that, hey, Pastor Troy is going to do right by folk and do what he said he was going to do?
I let it go for I think 70, maybe 80 days. And I was like, I got with Yamo. I said, Yamo, listen, bro. Dude is not coming back. He's not mentioning us. He changed his number. Nobody gets in contact with him. I talked to Lil Pete. Lil Pete told me he don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? He kept it real with me. He was still with him. I just stay with him then, bro. We'll figure it out. Then about a week later, I think I called up Pete and told him, like, man, fuck it. You know what I mean? I said, it's all disrespect from here on out.
Wow.
I mean, that's one of those moves like, I ain't gonna let you play victim, bro. The whole city got behind you.
Right.
I mean, everybody, the bad guys, the good guys, the church guys, you know what I mean? The academically inclined guy, everybody got behind Troy. School people, like, we was behind him. You know what I mean? The We Ready, I Declare War was really a major move in the city. And I think the city's been dampened since that era because they don't get behind nobody. No matter how good you is in Augusta right now, only people believe in you is the 5 or 6 people that's in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
You can't start a movement because I think that lingers on to make you not want to believe in nobody because you feel like somebody gonna do the same thing. They gonna get up,
For sure.
get their money right, go to Atlanta, go to Charlotte, or move wherever, and act like you don't know nobody in Augusta.
It is. So you're an artist, an actor, an activist, whatever you do. Come to the Ugly Money Podcast and tell your story. You can be a special invited guest by texting the number right here. Let's lock in your interview. Let's tell the world what you got going on. Over the past 90 days, we've gotten 30 million views on YouTube, 50 million views on social media sites. It's time for the world to know about you. So make sure you text this number so you can come on the Ugly Money Podcast. And you get to meet China too. It's that ugly money. It is definitely a thing.
It's a thing.
That people say, like, you know, don't pass the Troy up. Like, I remember hearing that.
Yeah, don't pass the Troy up.
Me being, you know, from another city coming in there, I had to fight that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't nothing that I did personally. It's just the trauma from that. Like, oh, here come another person.
Right, because I was on vacation, so you never met me, so you just felt the
Here
wave.
come another nigga from out of town making a wave. I made a little wave.
Yeah, I heard your name.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard your name before I knew you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, wait a minute, don't pass the Troyers. And I'm like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with that shit.
That's a metaphor.
You know what I'm saying? On God.
Right.
And I'm like, you know, because I think like Pastor got signed. I think TK and Cash got signed after that, and I got signed right directly afterwards.
Right.
And it was a thing like, don't pass the choice. I'm like, nigga, shit, I'm gonna be down there. I made 2 babies in Augusta. I ain't got no choice but to be down this bitch. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, we give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
No calls, no nothing, no back end.
No nothing. Lil Pete the disciple, you know, I call him Lil Pete. But P, he pulled up. He always called, man. I mean, P, to this day, he check in. Big bro. You know what I mean? What's the move? So, now, I got mad love for Lil Pete because he did what most people wanted to do, like stayed out there with somebody that.
Because he was kind of in the middle of it.
He was in the middle of it. And people assumed that we didn't like him. Okay. They made the wrong assumption.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a conflict about that before.
Yeah, I've seen Pete in interviews I've researched, and Pete said a lot of times it was a situation where if we can't get Troy, we gonna get Pete.
It's a lie, and I'm glad they didn't. You know what I mean? But they disrespected Pete a few times. But when I made a few phone calls because you know I was on vacation, right? And I was like, nah, Pete, good guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's been cool ever since. But it's like. They associated with the toxic relationship we had with Troy and also with Pete. But it wasn't like that. Nah, Pete never did anything phony, dog. He always kept it real, no matter what. He kept Augusta in his mouth on every interview. He never forgot where he came from to this day. So big ups to him, man.
Ball drop for Pete. Now, once again, I'm from the outside looking in. I can just remember an album coming out. Yeah. Title track. DSGB. Yeah. Pastor Troy. Lil Pete. Nobody Lee.
None. No Yamo, no Shifty.
No Yamo, no Shifty 250.
Right.
Describe that moment.
That was a moment that made us laugh. Like, that was a monumental, historical, laugh out loud moment for us. Man, listen. Cry face emoji, laugh out loud emoji. It's like, we heard another group from Macon, Georgia, called themselves DSGB, dog. It was hilarious. I was like, how could he pull this off without guys that actually tell those stories and live those street stories that he was telling through the first album?
Right.
But you can see the difference. You can see the decline in quality of the songs. And I know he probably felt that himself, but you know what I mean? It was to me, it was watered down. Not to knock those guys that were DSGB, because they probably didn't know that Troy had betrayed us. You know what I mean? Committed treason. But if they would have knew that, they probably still wouldn't care, because it's all about the money. So I can't, you know what I mean? I can't say anything bad about them guys, but they are not us.
Was it safe to say that Pastor Troy ran off with DSGB?
Pastor Troy ran off with DSGB, and he did the smartest thing he could do. He copyrighted the acronym. Us being slow, dumb, not knowing business or the etiquette of how to find out to make sure we're covered. At that time, he won that race with the help of other people. But
it wasn't Rhonda.
Nah.
Rhonda was still in Augusta.
Yeah, she stood up to the.
Shouts out Rhonda.
She stand on business. Yeah, she's still on the 17. But yeah, he won the business side of it, because we was, like I said, we wasn't smart enough to even be aware of that until later on. So when we started recording the album, our producer, Big Tune, we kept the same producer.
Right.
You know what I mean? He got love for Troy and us to this day.
Right.
He never stopped hating Troy, even when we were scoring with him. He used to always call him, talk to him, or whatever.
Right.
But we just never did. And we recorded the album with tunes, but we had a couple of diss tracks on there that he disapproved of. But I was like, no, the streets, the city, our city need us. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's time for us to take the city back. So I want the streets of Augusta to know that we ain't all about screaming on every song. Chance, we really make songs that'll last a lifetime. So I wanted the streets to know that it was more talent than just Michael Troy. You know what I mean? It was me, Damiano, Charlie B, Shifty, and TT. I mean, everybody had their individual talent that can really be on a solo level. But you would never know that, because Troy, he dampened that moment. He put a taint on it. So it was like, he really disassembled us. It was kind of heartbreaking, right, because we felt like that was a way out, but a good way out, a positive way out, to help other people.
It seems like the money wasn't the disappointment. It was the opportunity.
Yes.
That was a disappointment.
Nah, we was getting money. You know what I mean? The wrong way, but we was definitely getting money. The money was never no problem. We could have paid, no matter what the budget was, we could have paid for a $100,000 feature from somebody at the time if we were smart enough to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the money wasn't no problem. The betrayal didn't play victim. That's the worst shit you can do to a real nigga, bro. Like, playing victim, dog, it's just, we can't swallow that. I can't, you know what I mean? You do something to somebody, then you make everybody else think that we actually crossed you out. You left Augusta, you changed your phone number, you stopped coming to pick up Rhonda for shows, you stopped contacting Redmouth, which you helped started it.
Get my drink, bro. Get my drink.
Yeah, that shit was cutthroat.
Get my drink, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And then every interview he had, we was never mentioned, and to this day. You know what I mean? Even though we made amends, don't get me wrong, I'm talking my shit right now, because that's exactly how I feel, and I'm gonna stand on it, no matter if he was in this room right now. We made amends. We don't have a problem. I done talked to him on the phone.
We gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Stay in the zone.
Yeah.
Stay in the zone.
But on some real nigga shit.
I need to know what happened.
Yeah, but on some real nigga shit, bro, betrayal is disgusting. And no real guys, we can't stomach that, you know what I mean? Only people like betrayal is yes, man, somebody that's trying to get something out of you, somebody that's trying to volunteer to ride a wave. No, man, we wasn't nothing like that, dog. We came to him. He didn't have any money.
Right.
His parents stayed in East Point, College Park. Right. I done took him home many nights. And my Chevy dumped with no license from Augusta to Atlanta. You know what I mean? We got the receipts for that. You just get Lil Pete on the interview. You know what I mean? Many nights I done took Troy home. His daddy called and want to see him. You know what I mean? Because his daddy a real preacher. So his daddy want to see him. You know, I'm going to jump in the dunk, take him home. Get right back to Augusta in a few hours. That's how we did back then. But, I mean, for you to just come get signed by Universal, you they're shooting videos, you know, Are We Cutting with the Timberland beat, Rashid or them. Man, it was like he had a great movement, but we wasn't a part of it. But we initiated the movement, bro. You came to our city. You came to our block. You got with us, told us that you can rap. We told you we can rap. We told you we had the bread to finance whatever was going on.
So hey, let's talk about that. So the original DSGB,
That's Charlie being shifty.
y'all put up the money behind Pastor Troy's first album?
No.
Okay.
Just a little bit of it, not 100% of it. But
There were
what we did,
investors involved.
right? Yeah, it was street investors.
Gotcha.
Yes,
From Augusta.
from Augusta.
Oh, hell.
It was a lot of guys like me that chipped in. You know what I mean? A lot of street guys that believe that, hey, this can work.
Oh, hell.
That's what a conflict. See, it wasn't just me like saying Pastor Troy get in a no-fly zone. It was a whole bunch of boogeymen. So that made it easy for everybody else to say fuck them, because they scared of the niggas that really about their life. So even if they ain't saying fuck them, they ain't going to say it in front of a boogeyman
Hell no.
that felt like he been
It was
betrayed.
a boogeyman in that club that night telling that DJ to cut that shit off. It was a boogeyman. Cause that boy, well, he told that DJ, cut that shit off. Boy, I'm talking about like the fear of God was stuck in him like, yeah, boy, I'm talking about that nigga looked like he walked in the club. He walked to the club from up the street and was like, I know I don't hear Pastor Troy in this club. Hold on, nigga. And walk, man, listen.
Hey, man, I mean, we didn't mean for any of that to happen, dog.
Nah, boy.
Because Troy, he was like, he a good guy.
Yeah.
He ain't no troublemaker.
Right.
He an artist. Nobody can deny that. He made history. But don't betray the people that help you. Yes. We put money behind, we made all these other hoods spray paint their cars, ride around with Mad Society. We ready sprayed all over their cars. They personal cars. We made them, they spray painted personal cars, like really pulling up in every hood, bumping it, open the door, all 4 doors on your car and just bump it so the next hood will know what we bumping before they pull off. That's the type of street promo we did. We did it in every hood, the dangerous hoods, the good hoods, wherever, in the mall. Like it was a real street campaign without social media. So that's why everybody felt involved. So when you leave all of a sudden and never come back, it wasn't hard to convince people that they've been betrayed. It's only hard to convince people that's from Atlanta and other cities. It make it like we full of hate. Like, I don't hate Pastor Troy. But those guys are not from the rural area, the slums of Augusta. You know what I mean? They not from the South Side Projects. They not from East Boundary. They not from the Jennings Homes Project.
Barton Village.
Yeah, they not from none of that.
Yeah.
The people from those spots, they know the true story. They know that Troy was actually with us. They seen us performing at the Garden Center. They've seen us performing at Smitty. They've seen us performing at wherever we was at. Like they know we was like a group. Like we was really rocking out. So it wasn't. No explanation was needed when he left. I just wanted to know why when he couldn't contact us. So I just started writing the song.
I hate to laugh.
Yeah, I was walking to the store one day. I was like, "Fuck." Yeah, I had matter of fact, I had my headphones on. I had like a Sony waterproof. It was raining.
Yeah.
But my shit was waterproof. So I was I'm walking and writing, and the song just came to my head. You know what I mean? Call Yam, tell him to pull up write his verse. You know, history was made. I was like, look, dog, we gotta smash. It's no way we let him slide and kill our buzz, cause our name hot, DSGB hot.
Right.
We got people getting tattoos, buying jackets, shirts. The name was, you know what I mean? DSGB was actually an acronym that everybody wanted to be affiliated with. So we wasn't gonna let the movement die just because he left us. You know what I mean? We might have been teenagers at the time. Everybody was like 19 or under, except for Shifty.
Right.
So it's like, but we had the grown man mentality when it came to revenge.
Hey, man.
Right. I mean, it's like, ain't no other way. We ain't got to physically kill him, but we definitely got an ether. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
No doubt.
And it lasted. Cause I came around. It was 2010, 2011.
Right.
They was still standing on business about it. That's 10 years. Pastor Troy had been out 10 years.
Yeah, but he ain't show his face. So you got to stand on business so you actually see his face.
So let's move a little forward. It is rumored that Pastor Troy had came back to Augusta, and there was some kind of physical altercation that happened, and he put it in a song. Is that true?
With me, it wasn't physical. You know what I mean? I caught him in a spot that he ain't supposed to be at. He got away. So it was. I mean, we didn't. Seriously, we didn't.
Man.
Nah, really, it wasn't nothing physical that day. I mean, it could have got to that point, but he was smart enough to, dash. But I think only thing saved him that day, and I thank God that it happened like that, was he had Red Mouth's mom in the car with him.
Wow.
And I had respect for that. Anybody mom, because I just lost my mom like 2 years ago. So.
What up? So you have a brand, you have a business, and you want to get the word out. In the last 90 days, we did over 30 million views on YouTube, over 50 million views on social media sites. Promote your business on the Ugly Money Podcast. Let me help you turn your business up. Make sure you text the number right here below. We'll schedule a call, and let's get it popping. Let's get it moving. Let's get that brand and that business out of here. Yeah. You can be an official sponsor of the Ugly Money Podcast. And China just left. See y'all in a minute. Text us. There's a record
That's crazy.
that he says something about Red Mouth B. Is it hating me?
No, he said straighten me.
Straighten me.
Yeah.
So at this point, he still had a relationship with Red Mouth?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we ain't try to. Where we don't try to get other people to hate on people that
For sure.
just because we don't like them.
For sure.
We don't never tell nobody I've been to be like, look, we don't fuck with him because we ain't gonna whisper like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you still fuck with him, that's cool. When we hear about you fuck with him, we ain't got nothing to do with it.
Just stay out the way.
Yeah, we just hope you don't be in the same spot. Like when we bump heads, we just hope you don't be with him and we have to make you, turn your head or take off running.
Hey.
Like that's how it was back then. So
For all those that don't know, Augusta still like that shit. Stand on business. If stand on business was a place.
But it didn't have to go to that, man. All that man had to do is call me and be like, look, bro, I don't think y'all good enough. I don't think Universal gonna want me with all y'all. I don't think it'll work. I can't get y'all nothing. You know what I mean? Could have told us. And we just could have went back to the lab with Big Tuna and be like, we got it, Troy. Only thing we want you to do is just shout us out in your song. We could have did him something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Throw us a little bread, shout us out every day. If Universal don't want us, you don't want us, shout us out.
Right.
Give us some prop. Because guess what? Universal was signing groups back then. They signed Nelly.
Right.
Eminem and D12, Nelly and Lil Pete. They were signing everybody who had groups. They were getting more money because Cash Money made it well. If you got more people, you get more money on the deal.
I mean, he did a DSGB album.
Right. So they gave him money for DSGB, but Universal ended up dropping him. He couldn't produce no bangers for Universal. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up getting dropped from Universal, and that's a major label.
For sure.
If you get dropped from a major label, that means you lost your creativity, or the A&Rs in the boardroom was like, none of this can fly. So that was instant karma for him.
Yeah.
Because I believe if he'd had us with him, that inspiration.
Because I ain't gonna cap. When he went up, he shot out like a rocket.
Right.
I'm talking about, bro, like the first team part when I was, I was young. So my first parties, my first recollection of going to the club, the song that we was all waiting for was We Ready.
Right.
And, it just was, it was like hood gospel. And then,
it was fun. It was lit.
Oh, man.
Like, that's one of my favorite songs to this
started so
day.
many damn fights, nigga. And,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's still one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean, you don't got to like the artist to like the music.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because I definitely like a lot of Troy music, the first bit of the music. But him as a man, I really don't like him. You know what I mean? I'll speak to him. I'll address him. But I mean, I can't condone a man doing that and then still feel like it's cool to walk around like you never met us. You know what I mean? And people allow that, like me. I mean, I don't see nothing that'll make me be like, okay, I forgive him, but I forget. Yeah, he been forgave.
Okay.
But forgetting, no, bro, because I don't want that to happen to nobody. I don't want P Nice to get signed with Universal today. Right. They put you up in a different studio from this one.
Right.
And then you say, F your homie right here. You see what I'm saying?
That's like, for the people that are wondering, that is like myself having Ugly Money as a team, as a brand, and someone comes in and I accept him into the fold.
Right.
We give him resources, we give him backing, we give him money. He gets signed, leave, never come back, never kick back, and then drop an Ugly Money album without me.
Right.
That shit crazy. that ugly money. That shit crazy.
Right.
Oh my God. Now see, listen.
Now, that's why I told you we had a historical laugh out loud moment.
Wow.
Because when we heard the other group, it was like,
who is these niggas?
Yeah, they started naming themselves, yeah. Then they said they were from Macon. I'm like, bro, there's nobody in DSGB born nowhere near Macon. Everybody in DSGB, Richmond County, Augusta, Georgia. Wow. Period. Like, I was like, then I listened to the music. I was hoping that they be dope so we can pick it back off that and drop our album so we take their hype. You see what I'm saying? But they wasn't dope. So, you know what I mean? They shit was like, it wasn't dope to the point that the streets got behind it like, I declare war.
For sure.
So, you know.
I think everybody can say that I Declare War was definitely Pressure Choice best album.
Yeah, it was definitely. It's a classic. Every song on there was authentic. It was studio. Sure. Everybody lit, having a good time. Nobody wasn't focusing on money. Nobody wasn't focusing on drugs, women. It just was straight a musical.
Vice versa was.
Yeah, vibration. Yeah.
That record is.
That was hard. Shouts out to Lil Pete, man. I'm glad my dog got a chance to get on a record that, you know what I mean, they can got some spins and can make some money off of.
Now, man, I see the world never knew this. A lot of people that are from the outside looking in, they're just saying, oh, they just hating because he made it. You know what I'm saying? But when you break it down in a story, it makes all the sense in the world. I can only imagine how I would feel if someone took my name and ran up the road with it.
Yeah, he ran up the road with it.
And then monetized my name and didn't even mention me or mention the name or mention the fact that he got the name from me.
Yeah, he copywritten the acronym, DSGB, monetized the name. And, you know, he probably still to this day, he owned rights to the name. But we didn't even care about the name. We just added the real to the front of it, and we dropped our album.
Because, you know, I mean, goddamn, you know even Tina Turner wanted to keep her name when she divorced Ike.
Right. That's all she asked for.
God damn.
But I felt that. When I saw that movie, I felt what Tina was talking about.
Hey, man, give me my name.
Give me my name, bro. Yeah, DSGB, it meant something to us because it was from our hood. You know what I mean? It's something that we said on our block.
Wow.
We down South Georgia, but it's something that everybody in the Ninth Ward used to say. Everybody on the 1700 block of 12th Street used to say. That was our shit, DSGB. Troy come along, it sounds good. Redmouth, being that he was already executive producing the first DSGB album, he allowed him to incorporate in his music, and you know, history was made out of that. But
Augusta has always been a hub for amazing talent.
Right.
And that's one thing that
an overlooked hub.
For sure. And I've seen it with my own two eyes. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say no names, but I've seen major artists come to Augusta. I ain't gonna say it. I've seen a major artist come to Augusta. I remember it was with D Money and Smooth. They had this wheelchair dance. And next thing you know, them boys in California doing a wheelchair dance like 6 months later. I'm like, damn, them niggas just coming over here, getting the sauce and running off.
Right.
And they act like they never been to Augusta before.
Right.
The fuck?
Augusta definitely got that rag.
They called it the cat daddy. I'm like, nah, nigga, that's the wheelchair. Nigga been doing that shit in the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, I mean, but the amount of talent that comes out of that sound, because it is so genuine and organic, like it's the real deal. It's right. You know what I'm saying?
We got our own sound.
For sure.
Even the female rappers in Augusta, big ups to them. They've been really piping shit up lately. So Augusta has their own sound for real. Like every time somebody drop, he don't sound like the next person.
For sure.
Most of the time. You know, it's a few copycat type of guy that feel like they can't do it without sounding like You know what I mean? Somebody that's already commercial. But for the majority, most rappers, you know what I mean? It's some talent. Like if I was an A&R or somebody that was inside a label, it's a few guys that I would sign tonight. You know what I mean? In the city. But no problem. And I help co-produce the album because I can see the talent.
For sure.
Just like you.
Amen, brother. Okay. Has Pastor Troy ever publicly apologized or acknowledged this story?
I think he never acknowledged the story. I think he said an apology at the Bell Auditorium or something because somebody called me when he did a show there. Was it last year before last?
Right.
And he was like giving shots out, and he was doing like a little apology acceptance type speech on the stage. So, you know, I don't know. And then he did a show last year. I think it was Laney Homecoming.
Right.
And he came down here. That's the first time I talked to him in 20 years. Lil Pete gave me my number, so he called me and asked me was I coming. I know he was just checking my temperature.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I ain't coming, bro.
That damn boogeyman, man.
No, but I told him the truth. I was like, no, I'm not coming, bro. I said, you know I can't come. I can't put my face on that, man. He said, cool, man. I'll just let you know I'm going to be here. You know what I mean? I got your boy coming with. I said, yeah, I seen him on the flyer. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm cool with that, too. I said, as long as money being made, bro, I ain't got no problem. But I ain't coming to the show. And he was like, cool. But that night when he did his show, he got the mic and, you know, he was like, it's B. Lee Brooks in here. Buddy Lee, you know what I mean?
Right.
So people was hitting me up like, Troy, just call your name on stage. But I ain't go because, I mean, I can't see myself condoning what you did, then come up on the stage and shake hands and make everybody think, okay, he done paid me or gave me something. No, you ain't gave me nothing, dog. You ain't give me an interview. You ain't give me a mention. I'm nowhere in nothing you ever did. And we done did all this footwork to get you where you at. Got the city behind you. We made everybody come to the night he got signed. We had the whole city at the show. They was rapping every song word for word. So whoever was in the crowd, any A&Rs would have been like, he got it. They rapping song word for word. Any A&R that was in that crowd that night knew that he had the city in the bag, bro. And that's come from us, the street guys. He's not street. He didn't have a street team. He had us, you know what I mean? He's in college down here, and, you know what I mean, hanging out with us.
Wow.
Like, he didn't have a street team, so he just,
Lord.
for us not to get the credit for being his street team, he might have gave us the credit. I don't know. He might have said something about Augusta in the interview.
I've seen
but
it.
he didn't. I don't think he mentioned names.
No. What I've seen, because I've done my research, of course, I've seen that he said before that Micah Troy is from Atlanta.
Right.
But Pastor Troy is from Augusta.
What the hell?
Now, I will say he said that. He said that in the interview, I want to say with Beehive.
I mean, that's real shit, though, because guess what? Pastor Troy was invented in Augusta because Atlanta didn't like nothing he had. They didn't like him. They was on Master P at the time.
Right.
So Troy couldn't get on in Atlanta. He had to come to another city and create the buzz. Once we started the wave, everybody from Atlanta was wondering, like, is he from Augusta? Because they was calling him a cat from Augusta, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when we was performing in Atlanta.
We all thought he was from Augusta.
Yeah. When we was performing in Atlanta, people thought he was from, we did the Atrium.
Yeah.
The Warehouse. Everywhere we performed in Atlanta, they thought everybody was from Augusta. But Troy was the only one from Atlanta. Except for a couple of his homeboys he had on, Hype Man.
Right.
That was from College Park. Some of his homeboys he went to school with that was on the stage with us. But everybody else was from Richmond County. So nobody really never knew it. Because, interviews wasn't.
It wasn't prevalent back then.
Yeah, nah, not at that time. So nobody was checking for no interviews. And only way you heard about somebody is, you get a Murder Dog magazine, you get something like that, and you go through the notes, and you know what I mean, Double XL or something of the sort. But other than that, you wouldn't know nobody personal life.
After all this, it's been over 20 years. Is there a way that Troy could make it right? Or has the damage already been done?
Oh no, it's always time for redemption.
Amen.
You know what I mean? I'm a Christian, bro, so you know what I mean? I ain't perfect, but I believe in second chances.
Amen, brother.
Because I was given one, you know what I mean? I'm a walking second chance. So I think everybody can get a second chance. I think he did something that is worthy of a second chance. So I think if he come do, he do an interview, he tell the real story, and let everybody know like Augusta really was rocking with me. B. Lee was really on the stage with me in Columbia at the Trick Daddy show. He was front line with me at First Base in Atlanta. You know what First Base is at, bro? It's in the worst neighborhoods. It was in one of the worst hoods in Atlanta, dog, within the SWATs. Like, it was really like the trap out club, like one of the worst clubs to be in. We in that joint rocking like it was on Hollywood Boulevard with no fear. So, when we gave him a chance to be on stage without worrying about somebody jumping up trying to snatch your chain, right. We was right there on some, we ready. You said we ready on the song.
Damn right.
So we was actually living, we ready, bro. We going to Atlanta with you. You gonna rock these shows. Everybody got a .380 in their pocket, because that's the smallest gun. We can sneak that bitch in. You feel me?
The Augusta niggas ready, boy.
Everybody had a baby .380 because it was small. We can get that bitch in. But best believe we were going to perform with that shit if them niggas jump on the stage or try to snatch our chains or, try to sabotage our way to the car. Anytime you trying to make it where we can't make it to our car, bro, we going to perform.
Damn right.
Like we ain't got no choice. And we told Troy, I said, bro, you going to get back to the car every show. You going to make it, bro. We got you. And that's the kind of passion we put behind him, dog. And for him to just not mention us, bro, that shit was like, what? We protected you. Every show, we was the street guys. The other street guy was like, nah, I don't think I want to throw no ball up there on the stage. Them boys don't look like they gonna let that shit slide. You know what I'm saying? We had them faces. We had guys with us that didn't care about the consequences. We just know we won't ride for him. He gonna get us out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit was funny. But that show you how loyal people can be to somebody you don't really know.
Right.
And there's a lot of us people still out here like that, humble people that's loyal to the wrong people. Like, we still do it. Some people be loyal to somebody that don't give two fucks about them. Like, Troy was one of those guys that didn't give two fucks if we died. You know what I mean? I tell him, man, listen, this same interview, we can have it with Troy sitting here. I tell him to his face.
I already know. You dead ass serious.
Yeah. I mean, everybody claim everybody a good, he a good nigga. He do this, his dad in church. That don't mean his heart was in the right place, bro. And for him not to try to put his heart back in the right place and be like, yeah, them boys did help me become Pastor Troy. I was Michael Troy when I was at Payne College.
Set the record straight.
Right. Let me set the record straight and let every city know that without Augusta, for sure, and then name out some names, especially us guys that was on the stage. Even my deceased cousin, Ducky, shouts out to Ducky. Me and Ducky, we both got we both got two pipes on us in every show. Making sure we make it back to the car. We was taking chances of getting possession of firearm,
right.
No license, all that shit going to these shows with him, bro. Like, we was really taking chance. We going to the studio, no license, 5, 6 deep. You know what I mean? Trying to record these songs. We did that shit for like 2 years straight. So I feel like we deserve to be honored in some type of way, even if it ain't nothing but a mention.
Most definitely.
But we never got that. So no, you know what I mean? I don't hate him, but fuck him at the same time. Yeah, because I know he's saying the same shit.
Ah, man.
You know what I mean?
Well.
Yeah, I know he's saying the same shit. I don't hate him, but fuck him.
I'm pretty sure he gonna see this one. And
yeah.
So you're an artist, an actor, an activist, whatever you do. Come to the Ugly Money Podcast and tell your story. You can be a special invited guest by texting the number right here. Let's lock in your interview. Let's tell the world what you got going on. Over the past 90 days, we've gotten 30 million views on YouTube, 50 million views on social media sites. It's time for the world to know about you. So make sure you text this number so you can come on the Ugly Money Podcast. And you get to meet China too. It's that Ugly Money. I just, I would just love if we could find a median point.
Man, we can find a median point, bro. I mean, I ain't never been a hater my whole life, bro. I don't reconcile.
I can attest to that.
I don't reconcile stuff for other. I've been a mediator in street beefs, prison beefs. You know what I mean? With large gang members to this day, my name ring bells.
For sure.
It don't matter if you GD, BD, Blood, Crip, MS-13. My name, you say my name in front of the wrong person, they gonna make a phone call. They gonna do an investigation, no matter what city it is, because I kept my face card like that. I didn't have to do it. It was in me. I didn't have to do it on purpose. I walk that way. If you walk a righteous way, like you ain't got to pretend to be who you are. I never had to pretend to be a gangster or a shooter or a yes man. I just who I am, bro. I'm somebody that'll help you.
Amen.
Help other people. But if I'm helping you, you can't help nobody else. Like, that shit ain't adding up, dog. Like, I'm helping you to help other people. It ain't just about you getting $2 million and you throwing us $1,200. Like, that ain't the move, bro. That is not the move. We help you get what you want.
I mean, you look at figures like James Brown in Augusta, Georgia.
Right.
They got the James Brown Arena.
Right.
They have a statue of James Brown.
A mural.
You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the city. Augusta has supported their stars.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have nearly the same effect for Troy. You know?
No, it's people. I don't know.
What I mean by reverence, like there is not a Pastor Troy Lane, there isn't a Micah Troy Avenue or some kind of murals and stuff.
But
like
see that stuff he bought on himself. Cause if he would have kept the group with him, of course he probably would have been like super legendary in the city.
Revered.
Yeah, he would definitely been revered because we would have made hit after hit after hit because we was really good writers and still are.
For sure.
So it wouldn't have been no problem for us to just pin a hit every time we hear a doom beat. So he would have definitely had more songs. He would have had more royalties coming in.
He would have lasted longer.
He would have lasted long. He would have had a good career. Like, you know what I mean? He still had a good career because guess what? He did his thing. He still do shows.
For sure.
But it would have been bigger and better and more legendary than what it is. Because he got people here in Atlanta where we at now that don't respect his name. He got a lot of rappers up here that won't mention him in nothing. When you speak on legend, they won't say it. They won't speak his name. They won't speak. And when you say underground legend, they still won't speak his name. And that's in his own city.
Yeah.
So he feeling the karma like he did us. You know what I mean? Karma come back in a different way.
It does.
You know what I mean? I don't wish death on him, but he need to have a hard time. Well, I'm glad he did have a hard time.
Hey, Brownie.
Yeah. Because every now and then, bro, it has to be discipline. You know what I'm saying? It has to be discipline, bro. It's been discipline since the beginning of the time. Every Bible, every Quran, every religion talks about discipline.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Talks about chastisement. You know what I mean? Stuff, consequences. So, you know what I mean? It's
Pastor Troy
consequences for
must
everything.
repent for his sins. The pastor must repent.
I think he repented, bro.
Okay.
I just think that being that we were nobodies, he felt like fuck them. He felt like these are street guys. These guys ain't in college. They out here getting money the wrong way, so fuck them. I don't know them. They helped me, but fuck them anyway. You know what I'm saying? So whoever was with him was probably extra co-signing that. Because if he had somebody real with him besides Lil Pete, they would have been like, bro, how is fuck the niggas that got you all these shows? These niggas rock shows that you in the most dangerous spots, protected you, dog. Like, how's it fuck them?
You know, it's interesting, brother. You know, in life, you only come across really genuine good people every now and then. It's not a lot of time.
And you can feel it, though.
And, facts. And, you know, in my life, I've met people that are genuine, and they always still with me. If you've noticed, my head of security, that was a guy I went to Iraq with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I still got people that's from Augusta that's in my company right now. And I done elevated them and put them in position.
That's why the blessings you're gonna continue to flourish because of that.
You know, because the thing about it is, bro, you can't teach a good nigga to be a good nigga.
Nah.
If that man's solid and loyal, you can't teach.
You can't teach that, dog.
And if he got it in him, those type of people you got to keep around.
Right, because ain't nobody can brainwash him. Because he gonna come to you. When somebody come to him with some negativity, he gonna call you and be like, bro, I love you. This is what that such and such said. He still gonna let you know, even if he like the other nigga that's saying it.
Right.
A loyal nigga still gonna let you know, hey, bro, they ain't feeling you. They saying such and such. It's hard to find genuine people like that.
My partner from Augusta right now tell me when I'm wrong. He'll tell me tomorrow.
Right.
Like, hey, Nietzsche, you tripping.
Hold up, yeah.
Don't give a fuck how much. He don't give a fuck how much money I got, how much clout, how many, whatever. Hey, bro, that ain't the way to go.
Right.
And I appreciate that because when you start getting to a point of success or notoriety, everybody want to tell you what the fuck you want to hear, or what they think you want to hear.
Right.
Nah, nigga, tell me the real because I don't want to fall off.
That's the yes man shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't want to fall. Nigga, tell me before I go down over this
Before I
ledge.
trip. Yeah. Like, even like on this interview, bro, like, I was reluctant. You know what I mean? My dog, Macaroni G kept saying, like, bro, look, the world need to know like what was really going on. Cause I was like, I really didn't care, you know what I'm saying? But out of respect for him, my niggas 17 Greedy, they been rocking with me.
Right.
Like a couple of more niggas. So when they say something need to be done, I contemplate, I think about it. They with me, so I'm gonna rock it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a positive movement.
Because at the end of the day, if anybody has the time, if anybody is ever to come through Augusta and be involved in the culture, that conversation is still gonna come up.
Right.
That energy is still gonna be felt. And if they don't know, they're gonna be as misunderstood as I was.
But it makes me cringe when it comes up. And the only reason why it makes me cringe is because everybody thinks that I'm the guy that causes the hate to Pastor Troy. Like, bro, I was on vacation for 12 years. I didn't know.
I knew you before I knew you too.
Right. I didn't know what Pastor Troy had going on out here. I ain't sent no letter to nobody to do nothing crazy. Troy ain't got no letter, no threats with my name on it ever. So I can't figure how my name and Pastor Troy was affiliated. Like, why they keep, I'm this. I said, man, I ain't never stopped that man from coming to do no show.
Yeah.
I ain't been here. The streets did.
Right.
I didn't have to tell the streets that. They felt like, okay, B. Lee gone on vacation. This man trying to sneak and do a show. We're not going to do it. We're not going to have that. Because B. Lee stood for something. He didn't.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it happened. Them niggas know that I stood for something and he didn't. So they felt like, okay, he can't. It's a no-fly zone for him, bro. B. Lee doing, you know what I mean? B. Lee on vacation. So we ain't gonna let him disrespect B. like by coming down here and make him think it's cool when B. Lee sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears. I'm on vacation. I could have avoided that vacation. If he would have took us with him, I would have never went on vacation. I'd have been somewhere in a positive movement.
Amen.
That's what I'm saying. It's the domino effect. That's what hurt me. I was like, if I was doing music with him, if I'm in Atlanta writing songs with him and Lil Pete, me and Yamo, Charlie B. Shifty, we in Atlanta somewhere in another city writing songs, recording. We ain't got time to be out here using digital scales, gunplay every day, every morning. Like, we wouldn't have time for that.
Allegedly.
There
you go. Got that.
But yeah, we wouldn't have been in the way though. We'd have been rapping.
Oh man. Well, you know, we gonna put this thing out and we're gonna see what the universe. I got a feeling that you know, we may break some ground. You know what I mean? And I think it starts with a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it starts with a conversation, but it got to be genuine, man. It can't be no.
Yeah.
Let's get B. Lee and think I'm just gonna bite my tongue like.
Right.
No, bro. Like I said, it's been, look how long it took me to get here. Like,
right.
And the only reason I'm doing it because it's you.
Exactly.
Nobody would have never got me to do this interview. Like, you from the city, so I ain't got to walk out here and be like, he laughing at me.
Right.
You know, you done lived in Richmond County. You know the movement.
I know that shit real.
You know the circles, the big ones and the small ones.
Yes, sir.
So you know what was going on, and you know, you can, like you said, you actually felt the toxicity from DJ booth. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, bro. I remember anytime I would have an issue with somebody, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't ever a big, bad issue, but anytime that somebody would have something weird to say about me, you know what they would say? Oh, he not from here. He gonna pass the Troyers. Oh, God, I dealt with that shit. And I'm like, nigga, I don't know that nigga. I ain't the same person. I don't rap the same. I don't look. Who is?
Right.
Where is this coming from? And it you know, it took, bro, like I had to work 10 times as hard to make my name in that town.
Right.
Just off of the fact that trauma that was already there before I got there. Bro, I had to work 10 times as hard. I busted my ass in Augusta. But I want to say this. When that town love you, they love you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They love you to the point where they gonna get on your ass sometimes. They gonna salute you when you do great. They gonna get on your ass when you do something stupid. And you can't get rid of that. Nigga, tell me when I fucked up.
Right.
Tell me when I did good. Tell me when I did bad. See, that's one thing I love about AG.
Augusta's a city that it ain't big enough for your face card to be dirty.
Come on. You can't.
Augusta ain't big enough for you to just walk around year after year with a dirty face card to get away with fuck shit, bro. It's not big enough for that. You gonna get caught. Somebody gonna, you know what I mean? Somebody gonna meet you at the crossroads.
Find you somewhere.
Yeah,
bro.
Augusta's not big enough for you to just hate on this guy, hate on that guy, do this, do that, and get away with it for years after years after years. Like, the city is not like that, dog.
You're going to run into him.
You're going to run into somebody and be like, man, I'm sick of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, bro, what you on? You know what I mean? And they're going to have that look on their face like you already knowing. So Augusta is not that place for you to just keep your face card dirty on purpose. And if you a good nigga, why would you want a dirty face card anywhere?
Did he ever? I mean, it was almost a decade before he stepped foot on the stage in Augusta again, I would imagine.
I say it was like 18 years.
Goodness gracious.
I think it went like 18 years before he actually came back.
If getting the hell on had a face.
Right.
That's getting the hell on. 18 years, man. So just for the record, it's cool. You guys have reconciled.
Yeah, we reconciled, bro. I spoke with him. I think at Laney Homecoming on the phone. The week of Laney Homecoming, I think it was last year, something like that. But I told him I wasn't coming to the show.
Right.
I said I'd never come to a show that you own unless we really have a sit down or you really like mention us
right
in something. Like, I felt like that's the only thing I got left is just to stand on that little bit.
For sure.
I just can't walk up to him, shake his hand, tell him I love him.
Right.
Man, thank you for fucking us over. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Why would I go over there and pat you on the back and say, man, thank you for fucking us over, leaving us in the hood, making us where we had to stay out there and hustle, get caught up in the bullshit when we could have been with you. Thank you for doing that to us, bro. How would that sound? Nah, man.
Free game.
That's some bullshit, man. I ain't never finna thank a nigga for fucking us over.
Who boy?
Yeah, you don't thank nobody for fucking you over, bro. Only people do that is people that's afraid of people. When you afraid of somebody, every time you see them coming, you got a joke or something ready. You know what I mean? You trying to break the ice when they walking up. Nah, ain't none of that, bro. You fucked us over. You know you did. You can feel the tension no matter what room we in.
Wow.
But it's to the point where it's been squashed. It's over with. Yeah. We grown now. You know what I mean? We was teenagers.
No, I love the fact of the growth, though. You know
we were teenagers, so
take a while, take a lot for a man, and just, you know what?
Right.
Even though I may not agree with what you did, even though you ain't made it right.
Right.
You know what, brother? I'm bigger than this. I move forward.
Right.
And we don't have to. I don't have to be a part of the rest of it, as long as I was a part of the best of it, and you definitely.
Right. We had fun. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I believed in him. Troy was the first guy that wasn't from my neighborhood that I actually believed in.
Wow.
I was believing street guys, sports guys that grew up in the hood with us. But he was the first guy that I looked at and be like, this guy got God-given talent.
Amen.
I believe in him. I got the other homies in the hood, you know what I mean, create a pot so we can cure the street buzz. We going around in every neighborhood making them bump it. So we were doing stuff without him even knowing.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because we had the right hoods behind us. If you got 9th Ward, Southside, and 12th, you got the 3 most dangerous neighborhoods. You know what I mean? It's like, so everybody else going to rock out. You know what I mean? Eastbound, they with it.
Yep.
Because they about that life. You know what I mean? Terrace Manor was about that life. Bond Village definitely was about that life. So everybody that was, like, outside,
right,
they was feeling us.
So let's move forward a little bit.
What up? So you have a brand, you have a business, and you want to get the word out. In the last 90 days, we did over 30 million views on YouTube, over 50 million views on social media sites. Promote your business on the Ugly Money Podcast. Let me help you turn your business up. Make sure you text the number right here below. We'll schedule a call, and let's get it popping. Let's get it moving. Let's get that brand and that business out of here. Yeah. You can be an official sponsor of the Ugly Money Podcast. And China just left. See y'all in a minute. Text us.
Pastor Troy does what he does. Move forward. Augusta has a few other artists that make a splash. VTech 25 ambulances.
Yeah.
Were you on vacation when that situation happened?
Yeah.
What, I guess the question I'm asking is it safe to say that no one has amassed the, I guess, industry success that Troy has? And what is it going to take to get one?
Nah, nobody has had a hotter street buzz than Troy since Troy. There's a lot of rappers in the city that had songs on the radio, like you said, TK and Cad, they had a buzz.
Sure.
But a street buzz where everybody was pulling up, playing it, jumping out the car, fighting police at the club, like really believing they was above the law just because of that song.
Right.
Like, nah. It's that feeling nobody hasn't brought that feeling to the city. Even though we got rappers that's talented enough, but they fan base, it's not there like that. You know what I mean? Or they homies got too much pride to root for your homeboy. Like, man, when we go to the show, they standing over there looking cool. I need y'all to be lit so the crowd can be lit. But if you got 10 homeboys and but one of them rocking with you, the other 10 got their own photo looking cool.
Yeah, boy, I can't
That's
stand them.
Augusta.
Yeah.
Like, I got footage of like at least 30 different artists. Cause I always go to the local showcase and stuff to show my support.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I got footage of female artists, male artists, and I be seeing they team like, why your team ain't rocking with you? Why they ain't standing in front of the stage while you rocking? So whoever sitting in the crowd can see that your shit is good. You know what I mean? Somebody to inspire you while you rock. Like when you get ready to perform in Augusta, everybody walks off. Like when they announce a local artist, they'll be like, Macaroni G to the stage. Everybody go take a water break. They're going to the concession, going to get some wings, going back to their VIP people. They don't really pipe up the local artists in Augusta no more. It ain't like Atlanta or Charlotte or somewhere where they doing the coalitions got it piped up. You know, LA. It's like they need to get back to supporting themselves.
Amen. I think it starts with conversations like this, to start just bringing an awareness to the people. Like, hey man, it's cool to, you know, support your own. Because I remember when
shamelessly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you supposed to support me shamelessly. You can't call me your day one, and I look on your page and you ain't post my shit in 30 days. How the fuck I'm your day one? But you got another cat you posting here, and you got another shorty you barely know you posting her because she a 10.
Yeah.
So you posting her shit, hoping you get a response. You know what I mean? Or hope you get some eye emojis in the inbox or something, but you won't promote me, Macaroni G 17, when we drop. If I drop Angry Martini tonight, a new video for it, you gonna look at it, you know it's hard. You still ain't gonna support it because I'm from your city and you can see me every day. So you feel like somebody that you can see every day, you don't want to support them. And a lot of those guys, a lot of artists in Augusta got those type of friends. I see this person every day, so I ain't finna jump around, or I ain't finna be no hype man for them. I ain't finna share this shit on Snap, IG, TikTok. Nigga, you can go viral off your homeboys.
For sure.
If you got 10 homeboys that's posting that shit like it's theirs every day, bro, you can go viral. But if you got a nigga worrying about what somebody else think, I ain't gonna swear, cause P Nice ain't gonna like me promote what's the face shit, cause he don't fuck with him. I ain't gonna promote B. Lee Bruce because this nigga here ain't cool with him. That group ain't cool. The DJ such and such ain't cool with him. So they gotta break out of that shit, bro. Sure. If somebody got talent, pipe them up. Cause every time I see guys that I like, I'm at the show.
Yeah. When
they say such and such on the when they name, and I look at a flyer and they say 3DL, Truth, Oaks, Studio. If I see somebody local, I'm going. If I see somebody local that I say, oh, man, that man got talent, bro, I'm going in there, record his little shit, and I might go home after that. But I'm going. You know what I mean? And he ain't got nothing to do with my clique, my homeboys, right, my young homeboy, or my, grown man homeboys. Like, they ain't associated with it, and I'm still going. I don't care if they don't like it. I mean, they just got to get back to supporting Augusta. Sure. It's mad talent in Augusta, bro.
For sure. I see them.
I mean, it's crazy right now, but Augusta always got an excuse why they can't support the next nigga.
I got a question.
They be coming up with some elaborate excuses. I be like, bro, did y'all stay home at night and really just rehearse these excuses? Why you can't support P Night? They give you a whole paragraph. Like, why you can't support Ugly Money Nietzsche, bro? Oh man, he ain't really from Augusta yet. But he doing something, bro. He got a positive movement.
Hey.
He ain't harming nobody violently. He putting other people on.
That's all I ever tried to do.
Right. How can you not support that, bro? It's the same thing in Augusta. You know what I mean? I do the same thing every day, bro. I got my own company.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a landscaping company. I support everybody. Anybody who ever asks me something behind the wall on the streets. But, you know what I mean? Can I get a vouch from my own city when I need it? Probably not. You know what I mean? I can get a vouch for some bullshit. If somebody say, yeah, is he about that life, then nigga might co-sign it. But on some positive shit, I can't get a vouch.
Yeah, boy.
I need vouch on this music. I need vouch on the landscape. I need vouch for good stuff, bro. Don't be ashamed to help somebody else grow.
I got a question for you. Maybe a little trouble, but we'll see. Who would be your top 5 Augusta rappers, dead or alive, of all time?
Somebody right at this very moment?
Dead or alive, of all time, your top 5.
My first one was pretty shifty.
Shouts out Shifty.
Definitely me.
B. Lee.
Probably Q-Dog. I like him.
Q-Dog hard.
Yeah. Dirty Yam.
Okay, let's get it.
And probably Pig.
Woo! That's a one right there.
That ugly money.
Partner right there. That's not a bad
Because
list.
he hard.
Hard.
But it's like, I know they can make more than one good song.
For sure.
That's why I put them at the top of the list. You know, you got artists in Augusta that can make 2 good songs out of 60. I can't put them in the top 5. But them 2 good songs might be the ones that take them out of there.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes
But I still ain't gonna put them in the top 5 because you can't Kanye West it. You can't Drake it. You can't make back to back to back to back to back. So I can't put you in the top 5 unless you show me.
Right.
But those artists that I name, I know if they had a chance, they can make more than one good song.
Amen.
And they can make a record label look good. You know what I'm saying? They can get a 2 or 3 year run out of the shit.
Amen, brother. Amen, man.
That ugly money.
That shit good as hell.
Man, we setting the record straight today with B. Lee, ladies and gentlemen. Never before, man. I just appreciate you, trusting me and my platform with your story.
Man, I wouldn't have went on no other platform. I'm telling you, dog. Macaroni G, you better, he put the booster cables on me. I wanted to pap that nigga one time, but keep asking me about this shit. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, he think he can beat a grown man. I don't know why. He think he won't get spanked. You feel me?
Certain individuals, I'm going to tell you some real, bro. When certain individuals from the city hit me, I always reply. And there's certain people that I always, check back in with to see how he doing. Macaroni, one of them, nigga. I just be seeing Macaroni, boy. I just hit him sometime like, boy, proud of you, boy. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what a young nigga need, like, shit, boy, you know what I mean? Because I remember me being that young brother, like, oh, shit, Pimp Zilla done told me, goddamn, keep
yeah.
Boy,
Stay
I needed that, bro.
Stay pipe.
You know what I'm saying?
Then when you go home at the end of the night, you be like, somebody else is already doing it, telling me to stay pipe. That's encouraging, bro.
For sure.
Because, see, they believe in me.
No doubt.
They believe in my music. They believe in my vision, my drive. But most of all, they believe in my ambition.
Amen, bro.
Not to quit. You know what I mean?
Now, making a transition, because I want to talk about some other shit, too.
All right.
Making a transition from streets to music, and now you owning a landscaping company. Business.
Right.
Real deal business.
Right.
Because there's a lot of young brothers that watching this show today or whatever, and they at whatever point in time in their life that they at. Some of them might still be in the mud, some of them still be in the streets, some of them on the sidewalk. How do you make that transition from the street to legitimate business?
First of all, vision and a deadline. And what I mean by that, you got to set a deadline to retire. You could be 19 and if you got 100 bands, retire. 100 bands is enough for you to make an investment. 100 bands is enough for you to flip a house. You can go to the courthouse and buy tax lien houses. You can spend $30,000 and get you 3 tax lien houses, flip them with another 25 to 30. You still got 40 bands left for improvements on the property. And now you the landlord. Like, it's different ways you can get out, but you gotta set a deadline. No matter what your age is, you gotta say, this the last day. No matter what they say, they can drop off a truck, 50-foot trailer full of narcotics. You can open the door and be like, boy, no. I said yesterday was the last day, bro. You know what I mean? But you got to stand on that.
Yeah.
I did that. Like, you know what I mean? When I came out from my vacation, niggas pulled up with everything. Look, here go the bag of this, here go the bag of that. You know what I mean? The goodie bag. And get what I said? Nah, bro, I got a second chance for a reason.
Amen.
I say, I'm home now. I'm back with mama. I'm back with granny. People I love, my son, like, bro, nah, I'm not taking that role. I don't like prison. I said I stood on business in prison. I made my name in prison, you know what I mean? But I don't love prison. I don't want to eat no more cold cuts, bro.
Amen.
No more locked doors. Like that nigga on Friday, bro. Like, I felt like that in real life, literally. Like, I don't want to walk to prison. I don't want to hear them doors slamming at night. I don't want to know that the MS-13 niggas sharpen up the shanks because they mad with one of my homeboys. Now I got to be a media might get stuck in the morning at child call. I don't want to go through that shit, bro. And these yes men out here in the street shooting, and they get down the road, they crying, calling for bread. To my, hey man, name drop me real quick so these niggas won't fuck with me. You know, all that old dumbass shit, bro. Like, it's like, I'm trying to inspire the youth or whoever. He ain't got to be young.
Right.
But anybody that's watching, I'm trying to show them that everything you rap about or talk about, I done lived it twice. You rap about money, you rap about gunplay, you rap about girls, you rap about all being in prison. I had a 30-year sentence. I did 12. So you can't tell me nothing about behind the wall. You can't tell me about your cousin, your homeboy. I was behind the wall. Level 5 prisons, Telfair, Macon State, you know what I mean? Level 5 shit. Level 5, level 6, like the worst places you can go. I'm on the yard with these guys like I got 100 years like they got.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't, but you know what I mean? But I stood on business. I never joined the gang. I never became Muslim. I never do anything out of fear. I stood on business. Now, I seen a lot of guys that join shit for fear. I don't care what gang it is. I used to be, it disgusted me. Because when they asked me to join, I was like, nah, bro, I don't need nobody telling me what to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to stand on business. But I love some of the gang members because they practice what they preach. They raising the youth the right way. They showing, okay, he became what we is. Now we're going to show him how to write. We're going to show them how to do geometry in class up here at this prison school. We're going to show them how to use the law library. Like, it's some good, you know, it's some good members in every gang. So, you know, I would have been one of those if I ever did join.
Wow.
But I don't want to go back to that shit, bro. So, you know, getting out the streets, you got to definitely set a deadline. If you don't set no deadline, you going to end up in the upper room.
Free game alert.
It's real stuff. Real shit. 12 years up the road.
Yeah.
What are some things, what's some game to survive prison?
Primarily, the first thing when you get there, be yourself. If you're not a street guy, don't put that face on.
Okay.
If you're not a player, don't put that face on. If you're not a hustler, don't put that face on. Whatever you are, be that from the day you get in there. Don't go in there, go in prison on some tough guy shit like you can't be touched, because anybody can be touched. So, you know what I mean? Especially if you got a bid to do. You got 20, 30 years, bro, it's hard to make it back from that. It's hard to make it back with both of your eyes, all your teeth. It's just hard to make it back without getting put on PC, getting killed, getting ran off the yard. You know what I mean? Any little flaw thing can get you banned from every yard. So now you got to do your whole bid on high mat lockdown, PC. You can't come out on the compound. Any little flaw can get you condemned.
Wow.
By the underground part of the prison. So, you know, it's a lot of stuff. To make it back home, bro, just be yourself. If you a cool dude, go in there and be cool. You shoot ball, go in there and shoot ball. Yeah. Tell them boy, like, man, I got locked up for nothing, boy. I ain't in here for no tough guy shit. You know what I mean? When you tell people stuff like that, they'll flock to you. Like, every time somebody told me something like that, I'm like, boy, I'm gonna rock with you, bro. That's what I wanted to hear. You ain't come in here and say, I did this, I shot this, you told me straight up, man, I don't supposed to be here.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like, guys that know they don't supposed to be there, they gon', bro, I made a mistake. This is the first time I've been locked up, bro. I don't even know what to do, okay? You know what I mean? Be yourself. But, you know, some guys got to come in there like they got to prove a point.
Right.
They got to show somebody that they can do whatever they want to do when they want to do it, and it don't turn out like that.
So you're an artist, an actor, an activist, whatever you do, come to the Ugly Money Podcast and tell your story. You can be a special invited guest by texting the number right here. Let's lock in your interview. Let's tell the world what you got going on. Over the past 90 days, we've gotten 30 million views on YouTube, 50 million views on social media sites. It's time for the world to know about you. So make sure you text this number so you can come on the Ugly Money Podcast. And you get to meet China too. It's that ugly money.
Yeah, because I like to ask brothers, you know, that because I hear the stories of people, one, losing their lives,
right,
getting injured, and some people getting more time than they initially had while they was there.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Like, is it hard to not get in trouble while
Yeah, it's hard, man. I had a homeboy. He died last year at the Augusta Medical State Prison. But he came in there with 7 years and got a life without parole. So he wasn't going to never come back home. They killed the guy on the yard. It was 8 of them. They killed the guy on the yard. They, shanked him or whatever. They killed him. They went to court. They got life without parole. Started off with 8 years, ended up with life without parole. So that's how easy it is to get stuck in that shit forever. It's just that simple, dog. He ended up dying last year. Year before last.
If a man has 8 years and he's short.
That's short.
Right.
We consider anything under 10, we consider it short because once you get under 10, they start sending you to work prisons, halfway houses. You know what I mean? They start giving you a chance to show that you can be a part of society.
Right.
It's up to you to fuck that up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, anything under 10, we consider that short.
Now, what would make a man that is short risk losing it all and getting life when he's already short? Is that pressure? Is that fear?
It's definitely peer pressure. If you're in a gang, it's definitely peer pressure. You know what I mean? If all y'all in the same gang and somebody else that ain't in the gang has did a major violation, it's definitely peer pressure. So it's like, even if you ain't in the gang, if you got a whole bunch of y'all and y'all sticking together,
right?
Like, you know what I mean? It could be a whole bunch of civilians. We call them civilians. Anybody that's not in the gang, it could be a whole bunch of civilian niggas like me, because I'm a civilian.
Right.
I'm not a gangman. And we standing on business. If somebody tries, we break their neck, we gonna get tried.
For sure.
Whatever county with that prison in, that's the county we going to court in. And the outcome is not gonna be good when we go to court, because we already in prison. They're gonna be like, okay, you broke this man's yard in the mess hall, you broke his neck, 40 years for you, 50 for you. You know, they're just gonna throw out numbers. This is gonna make sure you can't get out no more. So that's how they gonna do it. So it's easy to get stuck in forever if you ain't a real one. If you a real one, you'll make it home. Laid back cats, they're gonna make it home. You know what I mean? Every now and then you probably got a few tough guys that ain't gonna make it home or get extra time and come home 10 years later than what they supposed to came.
Right.
Yeah.
What is that first day like? The first day out. Give me the first day in, and then give me the first day out. First, let's do the first day in. First day in prison.
The first day in was like, oh shit, why me? That's how I felt. You know what I mean? Because I felt like I did enough good in my life. I didn't deserve 30 years. You know what I mean? God seen it different. Like, I'm sit your ass down. You know what I mean? He must have felt like I got away with some shit I ain't supposed to get away with. You know, that's how that's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, I'm being punished for all the dirt I ever did right now, all in one walk. And that's what I told my co-defendant, J5. I was like, bro, listen, we got to go down this road. We was in the holding cell after we got found guilty. We went back in the holding cell, and we was looking at each other like, look, bro, file the appeal today before we leave this courtroom, because I had my attorney in there.
Right.
Because the judge asked me, do I want to file the appeal, direct appeal right then. As soon as they found me guilty, he asked my attorney, do I want to file? Like, yeah, we filing right now. He going to go right downstairs and file the appeal today, even though we was found guilty. And I told my co-defendant to do the same thing. I told him, you know, we was young, but I said, look, man, we're going to go in here. We're going to come back the same way we left.
Amen.
Without a scratch, bro. Just stand on business. And we both came back the same way we left, dog. Like, you know, I could say God put his hands on me, but I was myself the whole time. And being myself is what got me that second chance. You know, a lot of people don't get second chance. That's something I speak on all the time, because I was given a huge second chance. Because 30 years, I could have still been there.
For sure.
Yeah, I couldn't even been out yet. The sentence still going on.
So you got out on good behavior?
I got on appeal. I filed it.
Hey, man, let's get it.
I did a habeas corpus. They denied me. I did another, I reappealed the habeas and got in front of a judge. I think it was Judge Tom Davis out of Gwinnett County. He felt like Richmond County had sentenced me too many years for the crime. Being that it was two of us, he felt like both of us shouldn't have got the same amount.
Right.
But he said the fact that we didn't cooperate with the authorities is why we got the maximum sentence.
For sure.
He said, y'all got the maximum sentence because y'all refused to cooperate. He said, y'all refused to rat each other out. The DA asked you about him. He asked you about him. Both of y'all said y'all didn't see nobody do nothing, so they gave you the maximum sentence. I said, we didn't. You know what I mean? I ain't see him shoot nobody. I ain't seen. I ain't see him pull no gun. Like, you know, we both had the same story, so they gave us max. So when you stand on business, you gonna get the max. I mean, it's hard, but I don't want to go through that no more just to prove that I'm a stand-up guy. I don't want to have to go in the courtroom and face that no more, because I know if it come down to it, I'll do it all over again and my life will be over.
Amen.
Because I'm still going to go in there and say, I ain't seen macaroni pull out no hamburger. You know what I mean? No pipes. I ain't seen macaroni. I ain't seen macaroni in 4 days. Matter of fact, he probably somewhere chilling. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him.
Now, the first day out, 12 years.
Yeah.
To the door.
To the door, yeah.
First day out, you walking out them gates. What's the feeling?
Oh, man. I kept looking back. Because I got out of prison like 12 that night because I was catching the bus. I didn't tell my parents, and I didn't tell nobody in my family. So what I did was, you know, I told the counselor to get me a bus ticket. She said, if you get a bus ticket, you can't go home till Friday. So I kept myself in prison 2 extra days.
Wow.
Just so I can go home on Friday. Because I wanted to surprise them. I could have went home that Wednesday, called them to tell them to come pick me up.
Right.
I was like, she said, bus going to leave on Friday at 12 a.m. that night. So I said, I'll take that. So when I got ready to leave, you know, I started giving all my stuff away that night. They called my name. I jumped up. I greeted everybody that was real, my Jamaican homeboys, my Mexicans, you know what I mean, all the hood niggas. I greeted everybody, gave them whatever I had left over. You know what I mean? I told them I'm taking my pictures in my Bible where y'all can have everything else.
Amen.
So when I got out there and changed my clothes and I put on them state clothes, you know, they give you a little brown jacket, a little plain Jane shoes or whatever. I put that shit on. I was like, this ain't me, man. I was like, this ain't me. You know, I'm stylish, so I was like, this ain't me. But I was feeling it because it was the outfit of freedom.
Amen, brother.
So I was like, this is the outfit of freedom right now. So let me get them, you know what I mean, button this joint up, make it feel good, act like I got a second chance. So when they got me out the gate, when the van went through the 3-4 gates to get out of the prison, the one I was at Wilcox State Prison. So once I got out the gate, I just kept looking back, bro. People say don't never look back at the prison, you going back. I ain't believing that shit. Fuck no. Let me look back. Let me see what this shit look like. I need to see what it look like so I don't want to go back to that day. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I turned around and looked. Then as the van was pulling off, the criminal in me, guess what the criminal was saying, boy? The criminal in me was saying, please don't let them call and say they made a mistake.
Damn.
Man, that was frightening, dog. I was thinking they were gonna call and be like, y'all letting the wrong guy out, or the paperwork came in and the judge said he ain't ready to go. I was thinking they were gonna get a phone call on the walkie-talkie while we in the van saying that, don't bring him back.
Wow.
I mean, I was thinking that even when they dropped me off at a moms and pop store down in Wilcox County. It's in the middle of nowhere, the only store for 5 to 10 miles. They said the bus gonna pull up right here. I said, what, right here? They're like, the bus gonna pull up right here, bro. Go in the store, get you something to drink. They gave me the little card with $35 on it. I went in there, I got me an apple juice. I asked him, did he have some headphones or something to sell me? He ain't had no radio, so I sat there. The bus pulled up about an hour later. I got on the bus. It's wintertime. Matter of fact, my release date this Sunday. I got released on November 16th.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to celebrate, you know what I mean, them years of freedom. November the 17th. But when I got on the bus, they said we going to Macon, then to Atlanta. You know, the bus station right there in Magic City.
Okay, yep.
You know what I mean? So I said, okay, Macon, cool. You know what I mean? I had homies from Macon. I'm going to go to the bus stop, look around, hang out. Got to the Macon bus stop. I jumped out. He driver said, all right, we're going to be leaving in about 40 minutes. Don't get lost. You going to have to walk from here.
Right.
So, you know, I walked around. I'm still paranoid. I was like, I wanted to actually leave. I didn't want to get back on the bus because I feel like they were going to call the bus and be like, bring him back. I swear they were going to call and be like, bring him back. Because when I was in prison, I hustled a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean? I sold everything. I was like Morgan Freeman on Shawshank Redemption. I'm the guy you go to get everything.
Everything.
So I felt like somebody was told him, hey, he going home with the bread. He got this, he got that. Y'all need to get him, you know what I mean? So I felt like, so when I got back on the bus, when we got to Atlanta, that's when I felt like I was homesick. I feel like if somebody pull up now, somebody going, it's too much crowd. I'm just going to blend in with the crowd, walk on out the door. walk across the street to Magic City or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
my brother to come pick me up. So when I got to Atlanta, you know, they got restaurants and stuff inside the bus station.
Right.
Man, I got me some pancakes. Best pancakes ever.
Amen. I can only imagine.
Hey, I was in there smashing. You know, females be like, oh, nigga, I tell you just got out. Look at that outfit. You know, they got jokes.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I was feeling the jokes, too. I'm laughing with them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, first day out or whatever. So the bus say, okay, we the next stop is Fort Garden, Augusta. Because, you know, they take your own base.
Right.
Because they got their own bus station. I say, shoot. Okay, Fort Garden, I'm still going to ride it all the way. So when I got to the base, the Army base, they let everybody off. They didn't stay long, about 10 minutes. They said the next stop is 12th Street, Augusta. You know, the bus station was downtown on 12th Street.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, I said, that's it. And, man, when I got to that bus stop, I called my brother, like, I'm here. I said, come pick me up. He said, yeah, right.
Hey, man.
Man, that nigga didn't believe it, bro. I said, bro, come pick me up. Man, stop playing, man. He said, don't make me clock out my job, lose my job. I come to the bus station, you ain't there, bro. Stop all that playing.
Right.
So he thought I was playing for real.
Damn.
Because, you know, he didn't want to leave his job.
Right.
And risk, you know what I mean, not being at work on the clock, trying to pick me up. But I told him, I said, man, I'm here for real, bro. I made it, dog. He couldn't believe it. He pulled up with another one of the homies, and he was so glad to see me, hug me for a few minutes. I said, now take me to mama, because that's who I want to see.
Right.
You know what I mean, mama and grandma. Man, when I came through that door, my mama started, man, listen, mama Lorraine started screaming. Wow. She kept saying, I knew it, I felt it. She said, God is always on time. She was crying, she was shaking. She was just glad I didn't have to do them whole 30. She didn't know I was coming home.
Ooh, boy.
I was in there doing my thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Working on the pills, fighting it, paying it with prison money. Money I was making in there, I was paying lawyers for pills.
This man done funded his lawyer.
Yeah, I funded my own shit. I had 3 lawyers. 2 of them I lost with. The last one got me some relief. But I never got my sentence cut. I got it reduced. I got the to serve part, like when they say 25 serve 12. So at first I had 25 plus 5.
Wow.
So the judge in Gwinnett County, he made it 25 serve 13. He made it a split. They call it a split sentence.
Right.
He made it where I can go home.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's the best I can do.
Amen.
With the money I made in there. So I took that. Like I take that split, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's better than doing the whole 30. You know what I mean?
You gotta keep your nose clean.
I fought hard. It took me 8 years to get in the courtroom. Then it took them another 4 years to release me. So that's how hard it was. Even though he gave me that split after 8, he gave me that split at 8. Like I was like, so okay, I done did 8. They should be ready to go. Nah, I ended up doing 4 more.
Ooh.
I was like, dang, they playing with me, you know what I mean? But I ain't get unruly.
Yeah.
I ain't get on no mental health shit. I just kept jugging, kept making money, kept making friends with all the CEOs.
Hey, there
you know what I mean?
There you go, yeah.
You know what I mean? Still got friends like that.
I hear the stories.
Right.
I hear the stories. You
So,
gotta be connected.
You gotta be connected, right? Like, only way we gonna get this money and keep it, we gotta have CEOs on your team. You know what I mean? But,
What up? So you have a brand, you have a business, and you want to get the word out. In the last 90 days, we did over 30 million views on YouTube, over 50 million views on social media sites. Promote your business on the Ugly Money Podcast. Let me help you turn your business up. Make sure you text the number right here below. We'll schedule a call, and let's get it popping. Let's get it moving. Let's get that brand and that business out of here. Yeah, you can be an official sponsor of the Ugly Money Podcast, and China just left. See y'all in a minute. Text us.
I had a partner on this show, man. He said, the only thing we don't do in prison, we do everything. He said that in prison, they do everything that we do out in the free world, except we don't drive cars.
right. Just about. Because, you know, man, you definitely got female officers.
Okay.
So that can definitely happen.
Amen.
I have it to the point where I had to turn it down because I was like, it's either this or freedom. Wow. I was like, if I start the physical shit with a female officer and she get on some mental health shit, then I'm fucked. I'm going to get transferred.
Right.
The money line stopped because now I got to go to the next prison and pipe back up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I had got to the point where I was like, I put a female officer on somebody else that I knew wouldn't tell.
Right.
I'm like, look, I'm gonna put you on my dog for making. That nigga gonna come pap your ass. He gonna come wherever you know what I mean? He gonna do you. He gonna whatever. But I said I can't do it because I need you to stay focused on getting this money.
There it is.
And not me. And that shit got me through, bro. I mean, because I worked in the medical ward.
Right.
I worked in the commissary. I worked where women was at. Because I paid my way. I would pay the guys that was counselor aides. I would pay them to go change the roster and put my name as store orderly. I would pay them. I might get somebody like, I might give them 250 cash. Like, look, I got 250 cash from VI last week. I'm gonna give you that. You make sure I be working in the gym. When the council starts assigning details,
right,
make sure I get assigned for gym details. So now I'm the gym orderly, so I get to be out of the dormitory all day jugging with everybody on the whole compound.
Hey, man.
So I paid my way around. I knew how to play the game.
Right.
But everybody ain't gifted like that, and everybody ain't gonna get that same respect. You know what I mean? Because you could be a hustler, but they gonna take your shit if you ain't about that life. And they gonna walk up in your cell, 2 or 3 shanks in there and be like, let me get that, bro. Like, you ain't gonna last one day with nothing. Yeah.
Shit.
That shit over. If you ain't built like that, ain't nobody gonna co-sign it. Everybody gonna be standing outside the cell with their arms folded, waiting on the nigga to come back out of your cell with the bag. When you walk back out on that tier and look around, everybody looking at you like, you ain't built like that, bro. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, free lunch. But see, you gotta be. That's what I said, man. I don't want to relive that shit, dog.
Amen.
I thank God I made it through there. I thank God for the real people that I met while I was down. I thank God for the COs that helped me. You know what I mean? Get to the money where I could pay 3 lawyers while I was down the road. It was some real shit. One. I got a lot of stories about that later.
Yeah.
But it was like, I've been through some shit, nice. I'm telling you.
Man. Hey,
But I made everything fun. My sense of humor, dog.
Yeah.
It made it well. I could have did 30 years because I knew how to be a people's person with even the most disgruntled motherfucker, dog. I had Aryan Nation white boys laughing. They would walk up to me. You know, they super racist.
Right.
They would walk the yard with me, shoulder to shoulder, one on each side. And I'm walking, we talking business, you know what I mean? We talking about whatever I got, you know what I mean? Whatever I got they want to purchase. We talking about they trust me with their money. You know what I'm saying? That's how being a people person, that should get you a long way. You can't pick sides. Once they seen that I didn't pick sides,
Right.
I'm friends with everybody. They be like, okay, he friends with MS, he friends with Aryan, he friends with G's, he friends with B. This boy, he's somebody.
Right.
Because everybody rocking. When they look out that window and see us walking that yard,
Yeah.
they know what's going on.
You friends with the money.
Right.
Hold on, man. Big Russ in the building. Big Russ, come over here, man. Oh, man. We over here talking about Augusta, goddammit. Big Russ, man, come on camera right quick, man. Man. Brother Big Russ in the building, man.
What's up?
Russ, what's up,
You.
baby? We here,
You know, we
baby.
couldn't have made this happen without you.
Hold on.
That's that old dude.
Love, Russ, man. Good to see you, dog.
See you guys, man.
Shouts out Big Russ, man.
Get all these bottles and stuff.
Where the ones at?
Comment. See?
You ready to cut up already? You ready to cut up? We about to go kick it with y'all for the night, man. Love.
I second all the gold.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Whenever y'all ready, that's us right there.
Shouts out Russ, man. Shouts out Russ, an Augusta legend in his own right. Y'all gotta rock with them LTF Productions parties. He talking about putting the girls in the hot tub.
Pipe it up next time.
Hey, man,
right.
we definitely like to thank VVS for allowing us the space to come interview my brother Buddy Lee, man. You know, I'm actually in the process of moving my studio to a 50,000 square foot location. So
Oh, man. Going up the ladder. We
So,
love
you know,
it.
when you hit me, he's like, hey, bro, I'm ready today. I say, shit, stand.
Right.
My partner coming down. We got to make it happen. And we here, man. I just,
Hey, man, you made it happen on the shortest notice ever.
it's all right, though.
Like 1 day notice, dog.
That's what you're supposed to do for the city.
Right. That's real nigga
And
shit,
you know,
dog.
and you know the thing, bro. I just love the fact that we got to hear your side of it.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, anytime, like, I'll always come tell my truth.
Right.
And I got receipts, you know what I mean? We could have made the interview, like, bigger than what it was, because I could have got bosses from every gang to call us FaceTime
Oh, Lord.
from behind the wall. You know what I mean? I could have made this shit, like, real official
That's for
with
the
all the receipts.
that's for the documentary.
Right. We can get everybody online, and they're going to be like, yeah, I ain't got to say nothing. As soon as they pop up on your FaceTime, you turn the camera to it, they going to rock out.
Well, I will say this. I will when we put this out, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a call. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a car. And we'll see what you know what I'm saying, what brother do, and maybe we can you know, see his, you know, hear it from him directly, and maybe you can get that mention that you have worked for, that you have earned, and that you deserve, brother. Real
Yeah, man. That's all, man. I mean, it ain't even about the money no more. Cause guess what? We making money.
You blessed.
I mean, we always have made money, but if you're a hard worker, consistency beats everything.
Yeah.
And
sure.
you know that more than
That's
anybody.
what I tell you. Yeah, that's what I tell him. That's all hey, bro, I lie
You
to
ain't gotta
now.
have no bread, but if you just don't never stop,
That's what I be telling these
something's
brothers,
gonna
man.
pop off,
I
dog.
be telling them, I be like, bro, I was never the most talented. I ain't had the most money. But, brother, I'm just going to work
Driven.
hard. Yes. And if you keep moving, you're going to end up
like
somewhere.
I said, me and you both heard about each other without knowing each other.
Bro.
So that means I know you was doing something. If I hear P9, if I hear that shit everywhere I go,
Yeah.
I come home, your name ringing.
That is.
I go to a club, you the host.
Yeah.
Your people's there.
Yeah.
You get signed. You know people I know.
Right.
Like, I was like, okay, he doing something. Whatever he doing, it must be right because his motion is gaining traction year after year after year.
I had a plan, dog. I had a plan.
Right, and it's panning out. And guess what? It's still going up.
Amen. Nah, we
Right.
don't get tired, baby.
No.
This just one chapter. We got another chapter. We got a
Right.
couple more chapters
Nah,
to
we
go.
ain't getting tired.
We got a whole nother type of money to count later on,
Right.
man.
So you inspired me, and you know what I mean. I inspire people like you inspire me, like, and that's what it always need to be. It need to show that we can get together
Right.
and really have something going.
Right. They want us to come party. Man, I just want to tell you to your face, though, brother, I'm proud of you, dog. Because
Same here, bro.
Not a lot of people that get the hand that you was dealt and still here thriving, brother. And that right there lets me know that you the one.
I thank Lil Mama Lorraine for, you know what I mean,
Mama!
right, for putting that willpower in me, for that don't give up, use your talents,
Yeah.
whatever God gave you, you channel it, you find out what it is,
Right.
and you use it, right.
Man.
Team Lorraine in
Hey,
the
man,
building.
before we get out of here, man, you got to let these folks know where to follow you at, what you got coming up, we can get ready, you know what I'm saying? Let them know everything, bro.
Oh, man. I got a new album coming out, man. It's called Carlos Delez. Macaroni G featuring, Greedy 17 featuring, Image featuring. It's going to be crazy. We got a couple of video shoots coming up this week. Tomorrow in Augusta. Next week we up here in Atlanta. Shooting a new song that we got called Paul McCartney Shades. I know y'all going to love this shit. It's going to be crazy. But
Paul McCartney shade.
right, this shit is crazy. Right, because them boys came to America and they took success. So we feeling the same way. We finna take it. You know what I'm saying? But Lorraine Son 2 now, it's out on all platforms, you know what I mean? From Pandora, Spotify, Apple, etc., man.
It is.
We out right now. B. Lee Brooks, Carlos Delez on Snapchat,
Yeah.
B. Lee Brooks on TikTok. I mean, everywhere, man. You can find me. Just type in B. Lee Brooks, man. Loyalty Services LLC if you're looking for some landscaping. I do that too.
That's the one right there, bro.
Right.
I'm so proud of that shit, boy. Niggas don't know. Hey, bro, man, listen, boy.
Hey,
Nigga,
man.
Nigga be in the mud so much, nigga find a way to make money out the mud.
See, my daddy been doing it for years, so
Yeah.
I was trained by somebody that's passionate about landscaping.
Amazing, bro.
He's all trades, so you know what I mean. I just try to channel the good shit, dog,
Amazing story.
and stay away from anything that's toxic.
Amen.
Bro, I won't even raise my voice with a female. I start running. That's how afraid I am of any toxicity.
Hey,
like
man, brother.
man, I'm a track star, like the song said. Like I'm out of there. Like I can't, man. I can't take that screaming, loud talk. I don't want no. I like vibes. I like smiles, laughs, giggles, good times, daps, hugs. You know what I mean? I don't even.
Don't treat you like you the boogeyman.
No.
Yeah.
No, treat me like people, man. Somebody that's trying to help the next person.
Amen.
So we can keep striving together.
Amen.
It's enough money for everybody.
It's big for the city, man. You can follow me at Ugly Money Nietzsche. That's Ugly Money Niche. This episode being brought to you by the Go Say Hello app. Shouts out to Macaroni, man.
That ugly money.
17, what up? AUG, this a win for the city, man.
That ugly.
This has been the Ugly Money Podcast with B. Lee Brooks.
Appreciate you.
That ugly money.